brief prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Lord, as always, I pray for your guidance in decisions we make regarding the district. And in addition, for a safe summer break for our staff, students, and for all the students who will move on to their next endeavor, pray for their success. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Emmett, will you take care of the roll call, please?
Mr. Hope?
Here.
Mr. Gambita?
Here.
Mr. Gogolski?
Here.
Mr. Collins?
Here.
Mrs. DeCiato? Here. Mr. Enslin?
Here.
Mr. Gershi?
Here.
Mr. Auckland?
Here.
Mr. Wood?
Here.
Dr. Barrett?
Here.
Dr. LaRosa? Here. Ms. Emmett is here. Mr. Gogorski?
Here.
Mrs. Bradley? Here. Mr. Pigeon?
Here.
Mrs. Miller? Here. Ms. Watson?
She's excused.
Mrs. Fitzsimmons? Here. Mr. Barr?
Here.
Mr. Black?
Here.
Dr. Denike? Here. Dr. Schmansky?
Here.
Mrs. Gregory?
She is excused, as is Ms. Luther.
Mr. Seaman?
Here.
And Mr. Jakes?
Here.
Attorney Ellis?
He won't be here tonight. He has some child care issues to take care of.
Mr. President, you have 9 board members.
Thank you, Ms. Emmett. We'll move on to our approval of minutes. Can I have a motion for that, please? Number 5.
I move that we approve the minutes of the special meeting which was held on April 26th, 2023, the board work session, May 3rd, 2023, and the regular board meeting which was held May 3rd, 2023.
Motion was made by Mr. Gershi and seconded by Mr. Gambita. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying no? Are there any abstentions? Motion carries. Number 6, and a motion for that one, please.
I move to accept the treasurer's reports for the general and food service accounts. Second.
A motion was made by Mr. Gogolski and seconded by Mr. Wood. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Motion for number 7, please.
I move for the approval of bills from the general and food service accounts. I second.
Approval of bills, motion was made by Mr. Gogolski and also seconded by Mr. Wood. Is there any further discussion on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed by saying no? Are there any abstentions? Motion carries. Number 8 is our student recognition. Mr. Gregorski, do you have him ready for tonight?
Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you, Mr. President. For our student recognition for this evening, I'd like to turn things over to our Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science Advisor, Mrs. Christine McClure.
Hi, thank you for having us here tonight. I want to introduce you to 4 fantastic students who are members of the Junior Academy of Science in Pennsylvania. They have done independent research in scientific areas over the past year. They presented all of this research at Wilkes University in May, and then were awarded the opportunity, in March, were awarded the opportunity to present the research in Penn State in May. So these kids came back from that competition a short time ago, and I wanted to tell you a little bit more about them. Kaylee Tickner was awarded 2nd place for her research in the field of biology. She looked at the efficiency of manual versus automatic blood pressure cuff readings in adult patients. She was also awarded a Perseverance Award for her 6 years of participation. And she's also right now using a scholarship through Lackawanna College that she was awarded through the Junior Academy of Science. So, thank you. Cassidy Zeiler was awarded a 2nd place at the state competition competition for her research in behavioral science. Cassidy looked at a local yoga studio and talked to and did research with participants that looked at their stress levels before and after the practice of yoga. So Cassidy did a fantastic job. Audrey Agnello. Audrey Agnello was awarded a second place for her research in the field of microbiology on the effects of dilution of cleaners on bacterial growth. And Madeline McClure was awarded a second place for her research in the field of zoology, looking at the effects of energy drinks on the heart rate of Daphnia magna. Madeline was also the High Point or High Excellence Award for Zoology for the whole region in March. So the kids presented their research to panels of professors and professionals in the field for all of these projects, and did a fantastic job. So thank you for supporting their research.
Thank you. Thank you to Kaylee and Cassidy, Audrey, and Madeline. You, we old folks are going to really need you, I think. So we really appreciate all the hard work you do, and keep it up. Thank you. Mr. Gorski, we have something else? We also had to see a teacher recognition here.
That's correct. We have a few more student recognitions. I'll turn things over to Mr. Jakes for some of our athletics recently.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Gorski. We had 2 student athletes qualify for the state tournament in their respective sports, which is a huge accomplishment. First was Paige Lee. She's a senior this year. She was a district champion in the javelin and then went on to represent Western Wayne at Shippensburg University at the state tournament. So she was awesome all year. And then we had Tristan Babona, who was a freshman this year, finished the season 17-1 and qualified for the state tournament in Hershey. Both of them represented us really well, and we're really excited to see what Tristan can do in the next couple of years here. But we're really proud of them. They worked really hard, so thank you.
Thank you. As with the achievements from the scholars, our sporting achievements, so it was fantastic to hear. Thank you very much.
The last thing I'd like to say, just regarding our seniors, if any of you, attended our senior award ceremony, we were proud to announce that the students earned $4 million roughly in scholarships and awards, which is an extraordinary credit to them, an incredible group of kids. We're looking forward to the things that they're going to accomplish in the future, and we're looking forward to recognizing them on hopefully Friday, but if not Saturday, at graduation. So congratulations again to them. I could also kick off the teacher recognition.
Absolutely.
Okay. We also have some individuals here with us this evening from the Pennsylvania Association of School Retirees, presenting an award, the Dr. Loretta Woodson Award, and that will be presented by Ellen Kiefer.
First of all, thank you for allowing me to come this evening to present this award. I'm president of the Wayne Pike County Association of PASR, which represents Delaware Valley, Wayne Highlands, Western Wayne, and Wallenpaupack school districts. It's made up of retirees, but not just teachers. It's also made up of all school personnel who are invited to join our organization. Old teachers don't fade away. They're right in your community doing a lot of community service, and that's basically what PASR does. We give money to each school district gets a $200 stipend for one of their teachers during the year. We do clothing fit for one of the children in your districts. At Christmas time, we clothe the family, give them Christmas gifts, Thanksgiving baskets, donate to the local pantries, many, many other things. That we're out there, and you'll see retired people out there, but you're used to doing that all your school life, so that doesn't end when you retire. So I'm hoping some of you that are here, don't forget about us. You'll get a letter when you retire. But the Loretta Woodson Award is given in honor of Loretta Woodson, who was a lifelong educator. She started out as an English teacher and wound up being an assistant professor at Temple University. And she was a lifelong member of PASR. when she retired, she felt it was so important to keep recognizing good teachers and also usually support personnel as well. And so each year, one of the districts within our group receives a Loretta Woodson Award. This year, it's going to a teacher who goes above and beyond. And that's what we always look for. They all go above and beyond, but sometimes it's just nice to recognize somebody special. So this year, our award is going to Teresa Lubash. Just read what it says. It says, in recognition of unselfish dedication and exemplary service to the Western Wayne High School and the Western Wayne School District in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, we thank you on behalf of the youth of today and the future of tomorrow. So congratulations. You're not retiring yet, are you? Well, when you come back. Thank you.
My sister, sorry.
You're fine.
Thank you.
She's a PR person.
PR is never bad. Thank you, Mrs. Kiefer, and congratulations, Mrs. Lubash. I know you do a lot of great things for our district, and we do appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
I'd like to add, by the way, Mrs. Keeper, hello.
Hi, how are you? I recognized you, but I wasn't sure if you recognized me.
One of you're in your classroom.
Yes, you
Before
did.
retired at Lone Pump, yeah.
It's been a while, huh?
Anyway, Ms. Lubash, my nephew had Ms. Lubash as a teacher, and he's currently in the Air Force. He's a captain in the Air Force. He's 30-something. Anyway, talking with him, when I talk with him, he often mentions some of the teachers he had in high school, and he often mentions, says, have you seen Ms. Lubash, and how is she doing? And as a matter of fact, I saw her the other night at the senior night. We talked, and Josh, I talked to him since, and he says hello, and he always thinks of you, so you've made an impact. And that's one thing about teachers. They don't realize at times the impact that they can make in a very positive way, hopefully, and I guess I could go the other way too, but hopefully they'll focus on the positive. So he thinks a lot of you and always asks, so thank you.
Okay, and that's it now, Mr. Gorski, we're good with the recognitions?
Actually, if
Wait,
I,
oh, we've got one more.
yeah, I have one more.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to take a moment to recognize Kara Romansky. She's one of our teachers at RDW, and she wasn't able to come tonight, but I thought it worth sharing. Just last month, Kara was nominated by our Catan consultants as the recipient of an Extraordinary Education Scholarship. She's going to be recognized this summer in Harrisburg at the National Autism Conference. And so I reached out to the consultants and I just asked to share a little bit about their input and how we got Kara to that point. And Kara was nominated based on her commitment to implementing evidence-based practices for the best outcomes of her students, is diligent in putting her students' needs first. She works hard to train her staff to work as a team and in order to provide students with the best education possible. Our consultation in the classroom is always guided by her desire to do better for her students and is never content with mediocrity. Moreover, her understanding of applied behavior analysis and how to implement the concepts in the classroom is extraordinary. We're pleased to nominate her, and more importantly, we are honored to work closely with her and the staff at Western Wayne. So I wanted to share that. It's a nice accomplishment.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Knight. It's always great to, again, hear about all the accomplishments, whether it's students, staff, or whatever. Everybody we know, as we come to the end of the year, thank you all, because we know that without the terrific staff we have and the students working hard, we wouldn't have anything. So you guys, thank you very much. Glad you have somebody else.
Okay.
Oh, Mrs. Summers. Okay.
Literary magazine.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of Justin Hayden and myself, we would just like to thank the board for the continued support of the Literary Magazine. I can't even explain to you the look on the students' faces when we handed them their own copies of it. And I was able to congratulate them that they're published for the first time here. So a lot of them, I mean, they don't say boo in school, but they are able to do beautiful things through art and through writing. So again, we just like to thank everyone for the continued support and enjoy.
Thank you. This year's, it's through space and time, and they're always enjoyable. We always have a good time reading through these every year, so thank you. Thank you for your work. All right, does anybody have anything else? All right, to the students, if you wish to leave, now is a fantastic time to do that. You are welcome to stay. You're welcome to stay and play. All right. Wow, that went to an empty house pretty quick. Let's get into the exciting stuff now. All right.
Wait a minute, we better.
Okay, we will do, I think, if it's all right with...
Excuse me, pardon me.
Sorry.
Hello. Could we have the recognition of public, please?
Absolutely, I'm sorry. I was
That's
jumping
quite all
forward.
right.
Everybody left?
Quite
Go ahead.
okay. Just
Not
be-
everyone.
Not everyone. One left behind. I have a concern. I've noticed recently we have fewer and fewer folks staying at the meetings. This is how it was when I started doing the video. We're going backwards. So when I first started, the complaint from the school board was the community did not get involved. Dr. Lecoq sent out surveys, returned them in. It was a big project. It was a big concern. Here we are. So I'm open for suggestions.
Well, what are you saying, that these people were asked if they wanted to leave, because they could stay?
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
what you
no.
mean?
I mean like other people coming in, not just the parents that are proud of their students and
Everybody's welcome
coming
to come
in. They're welcome. Why are they not here? Why did we have
I don't
better
think any of us can
turnout?
answer
Exactly. So I don't have the answer, but I'm asking,
Yeah.
right?
And we, obviously, we do all the notices, and I guess
Yeah.
our riveting next 15 minutes is, to most people, they're not that interested. But,
So if I
don't know how to
could,
change that narrative.
while we have a moment, we have the 15 minutes, now that the school year is all done, how many times were the lockers searched to make sure our students were safe from illegal drugs this year? I know we didn't want to talk about it before because we didn't want the students to be aware that the lockers might be searched. How many times did we actually do it?
Yeah, I think that's a safety measure that we wouldn't.
You searched them already. There's no safety problem with they're already done. I would like to know as a person who is a taxpayer.
We're searched on an as-needed basis.
Okay, so we didn't do any searches? We did no searches this year? None?
I didn't say that. I just
Okay.
said, and I can't give you that number right now off the top of my head.
Okay, because I was told 0. I was told 0.
That's absolutely not true.
Okay. So could I have a number?
Vehicles, we searched.
If, I didn't expect you would have it in your hand tonight, but but I could, in August, if I could find out.
Sometimes our administrators conduct the searches.
Okay.
And,
So do we ever do like just a school-wide locker search? Like just a,
periodically. Usually, depending on availability, we'll collaborate with the state police or local law enforcement.
Okay.
To do drug dog searches.
okay. So again,
They'll go throughout the entire campus, or at least the high
Right.
school and then parking lot area.
good,
And,
good.
but yeah,
So I'm requesting, if I could please, in August, if we could just have an idea, how many times we had searches with the dogs or without the dogs, all that information as a stakeholder.
Yeah, I'm not-
that That would be a right to know, and I'm not certain that would be disclosed.
Okay, so I need to fill out the form before I can hear the information?
I would start there.
Okay, all
Dr.
right.
Johnson, you can submit that through the right to know on our
Mhm.
website. It would come
Right.
to me, and then I would discuss that with legal as to whether we can disclose that information or not.
As to whether or not there's been ever a search in the building for drugs?
I would take your right to know, I would give it to
Uh-huh.
council to see
Okay.
how much information I have to disclose and should disclose.
Okay,
So your best bet is to start with the right to know form. and we'll go
absolutely.
from there.
I'd be happy to do that. Yeah, definitely. Wonderful. So I'm just going to ask, because I don't know, I think Mr. Gershi may have been on the board. I'm not sure who
Pardon
else.
me?
Would Dr.
I-
Dr. Lecoq?
Doctor, I can't quite hear you well.
I know, there's not great sound carrying in the building, and microphones would be nice also, please. The other thing was, why are we taking down the information? Was there a glitch in the computer? I went to look and make sure we were still having the meeting tonight, and it was not on the web page,
Yeah, something happened that
a glitch?
got deleted, and I
Okay.
put it up once we were alerted.
Okay, but I don't understand glitches, but I know they happen, so.
It's a worldwide problem.
Yeah. So the computer had deleted the meeting off of the webpage, so there was not on there, so.
Technology is fantastic when it works for us.
Yeah, that's why I have the Geek Squad, yeah. So, and again, if we could please consider having microphones, please, because some people are a little bit hearing impaired, and it's.
Another option is to bring up the podium like we had that one.
No, I mean for people hearing you guys. I don't have hearing impairment, I can hear you fine, but there are people that come to the meetings that are hearing impaired. It would be wonderful, I thought you're.
The agenda had been posted, it was posted.
Oh, yeah, the agenda was there, yeah, no, the agenda was fine, there was no problem with the agenda. It was just the computer had no events for tonight.
Thank you for letting us know.
Oh, sure, absolutely. And if we could, please consider, when you're redoing your configuration, adding some microphones for people that are hearing impaired, so that they can hear. That would be much appreciated. Okay, all right.
That, you good?
I believe so, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Anybody else have anything for us? Okay. All right, we'll move on to the rest of the agenda items. We will do a block consent for numbers 11 through 13 and 16 through 38J, withholding number 14 and 15, which are the budget motions that we usually do with a roll call.
So 11 through 13,
Yep, and then 16 through 38J.
so 14, only 14 and 15 are
14 and
pulled out.
15 will be held out. We can do that either way. I guess we'll do the block first, and then we'll do number 14 and 15.
I will make the motion for the block consent. And to clarify, that's withholding numbers 14 and 15.
Yes, sir. All right, so the motion for the block was made by Mr. Wood, seconded by Mr. Enslin. Does any board member have any further discussion on any of those agenda items? Or have any others that they would like to withhold? All in favor of the block signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed by saying no. Are there any abstentions? Okay, the block consent motion carries. Now we'll go on to number 14 is the adoption. Now, I believe, if I understand this right, we do not have to do a roll call. Is that accurate?
Correct.
All right, so does anybody have a preference whether we do or not? All right, so let's just treat it, we'll treat it as a regular agenda item and just do the regular vote for these two. So motion for number 14, please.
I move that the Board of Education adopt the 2023-2024 fiscal year final budget showing estimated available resources of $64,106,740 and estimated expenditures and ending fund balance in the same amount of $64,106,740, establishing real estate tax millage of penalty of 10% on all taxes not paid within 4 months after the date of the tax notice.
I'll second it.
Okay, the motion was made by Mr. Wood and seconded by Mr. Gagolsky. Is there any further discussion on that agenda item? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying no? Are there any abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. And we'll go on to number 15, a motion for that one, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education adopt the attached 2023-2024 tax resolutions.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that motion was made by Mrs. DeCiato and seconded by Mr. Gambino. Is there any further discussion on agenda item number 15? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? All right, that motion carries. Takes care of everything up to 38J, and Dr. Barrett went over all of the informational items. I will point out again that Hannah Fornes has attained tenure in the Western Wayne School District, and that we had an executive session tonight just prior to our work session and regular meeting. Numbers 40 through 44, the reports everyone had to their reading. Do any board members have any other business that they'd like to bring? That's everything, I think.
What were you waiting for?
If you'd like to revisit, it's a little. No. Okay, future meetings, of course, in July, there will be a recess. We will have a executive session sometime in, potentially a special meeting in June, I believe. And then August 2nd will be our next regular meeting. Informational, Dr. Barrett also read them. Meeting adjourned.